Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. So this topic is honestly my probably one of the most favorite, impactful. I feel like I probably talk about this every week with someone or another. I've talked about it a lot before. I've written about it, and I'm talking about clarity breaks. And if you're receiving these videos, if you've been watching my videos and you still are not taking clarity breaks, I'm going to apologize for you in your behalf because the power of these clarity breaks. And one thing that has become even more abundantly clear, I'll share some of the past a blog post I wrote about, so you can read through that. I won't repeat all of that, but here's one thing I do want to state. So I mean, there's different books and things. Some call it thinking time, some call it clarity break. I'm actually just finishing Digital Minimalism. Cal Newport. Cal also wrote Deep Work and this idea of focus time, but getting into deep thinking. But here's one specific thing that Cal talks about as he talks about digital minimalism is and solidarity. There's a whole chapter on solidarity. Solidarity as he talks about writing a letter to yourself. And truthfully, if there's one specific thing, I take my clarity breaks on Friday mornings, and admittedly, I am actually recording this on Friday. So I did my clarity break a couple of hours ago, and I want to talk specifically to it because there is a variety of reasons, personally and professionally, that I get out of doing a regular clarity break. And one, on the heels of last week's sort of positive focus segue, I start the clarity break with a positive focus. I'm thinking about the last week, three highlights, 3 wins personally and 3 wins professionally. And so I start kind of in a good headspace. But then I also am always going in with, are there things that are frustrating me? There's a variety of questions that can be asked, and I've got some resources for that. But in addition to, it's almost in a way, if you've gone to therapy or if you currently go to therapy, sometimes it's just purging specific things, whether it's frustrations, anxieties, worries, fears. How else are you processing those things? And those could be personal concerns and issues, but those also could be professional concerns and issues. Maybe it's you're frustrated with a team member, maybe you're frustrated with a client, maybe you're afraid of failure, or you're in the midst of maybe things are declining, or you're in a really tough market or segment, or you lost a big customer. Whatever those things are, taking time to purge those things, to write those things, to process those thoughts and feelings. For me, I can honestly say the power in taking this time weekly to get clear. And so sometimes I'm processing and purging negatives and frustrations and challenges, and other times I'm processing an opportunity. I'm thinking through, if this then that, what about this, and what am I not thinking about? But I'm just writing, pen and paper. I've tried typing, and you know what, I'm not going to get too critical on how you do it, but if that's what works for you, the only strong suggestion I would make is, do not be in a place with a situation where it's so easy, because what I tend to find is a lot of thoughts come to me. And what I tend to do is I put a list of to-dos. I have a separate page that I can flip back or forth that I'm just writing, whether it's follow up with so-and-so, tend to send a text to so-and-so, buy something, because these things tend to happen. As I think about frustrations, I'm like, oh, I need to buy a new this, or I need whatever it is. I need a new iPad, or I need a new iPhone, or I need a new, camera, or this, whatever. You can just immediately write those things in your to-dos and just keep going with your clarity break. Please, if you've not ever done a clarity break, put it in your calendar right now as you're reading this for some time this week. I don't care if it's 6 a.m. I don't care if it's 8 p.m. Somewhere, sometime that you can start this process. And I would love to hear and get some feedback. I've had lots of conversations with many of you, and asking if you're taking clarity breaks. And I think this solves a lot of just, I guess, stuff that happens in the day to day. Have a great week. Appreciate everybody, and I'll see you next week.